Good morning. In today's video, we will continue with Chapter 5, The 100 Dresses Part 1 from the English Supplementary Reader, First Flight. So let's begin. The time when they thought about Wanda was outside of school hours. At noontime, when they were coming back to school, or in the morning, early before school began, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be talking and laughing on the way to the schoolyard. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. So now in this, it is given that the girls, Peggy and Maddie, and the other students, they did not notice that Wanda was not there in the class. And it is that these girls, they did not know about her. They did not think about her also. And it is these girls only thought about Wanda before the school began or after the school hours. And it is like these girls, they used to go in groups of 2 or 3, and these girls, they would be laughing, talking, and they would reach the schoolyard. And what they did was that they did sometimes wait for Wanda just to make fun of her, just to tease her, and just to make fun of her. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in school either, and nobody noticed her absence again. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who did not drag in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wanda wasn't there. Peggy was the most popular girl in the class. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly. Maddie was her close friend. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. They had waited and they had waited for Wanda to have some with her, and she just hadn't come. They often waited for Wanda Petronsky to have fun with her. So now in this, what is given here is that it was the next day was Tuesday. Like Wanda Petronsky, she did not go to the school on Monday, but nobody noticed that day. And it was on Tuesday also that she was not there in the school, but the same thing again happened. Nobody noticed that she was not there in the class. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, so both of them, these girls, what they did was like they used to sit in front and they used to sit with the children who used to score good marks. So these girls, they were good in studies also, and it is that these girls, they did not come from an area and nor come from an area that was the muddy one. And moreover, these girls, what they did was like their shoes were never covered with mud. So Peggy, she was the most popular girl in the class. She was a very pretty girl and she had many pretty dresses, clothes, and her hair was curly. So this is the description of Peggy that is given here. And Maddie, she was a close friend of Peggy, and the reason both of them, they noticed Wanda's absence was because both of them, they had gone they had waited for Wanda so that these girls, they couldn't make fun of her. And they kept on waiting for her, and Wanda did not turn up. And it was that these girls, both of them, they were late to school. So that is the reason that they noticed that Wanda was not there in the school on Wednesday also. Wanda Petronsky. Most of the children in room 13 did not have names like that. They had names easy to say, like Thomas, Smith, or Ellen. There was one boy named Willie Bouncy, and people thought that was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petronsky was. Wanda did not have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress that did not hang right. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. She did not have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. So now in this, what is given here is that Wanda Petronsky, she was a Pole. The family had migrated to America, and these people, they were from Poland. So the P children there had name like Wanda, but when these people they shifted to America, so when she joined the school, so that was the time that the children, they made fun of her name, and they felt that nobody in room number 13 had such name. So the Americans, they had easier names like Thomas, Smith, or Allen, and there was one boy named Willie Bouncy, and it was that these people, they felt that it was quite funny, but when they heard Wanda Petronsky, they felt that Wanda Petronsky is funnier than his name. And Wanda, she did not have any friends. And what she did was like nobody used to come along with her and go along with her. So she used to come all alone and went home alone. And every day when she used to come to the school, she used to wear a blue faded dress that did not fit her properly also. And that dress that she wore, it was clean, it was washed properly, but it was not ironed. And although, like this girl, what she did was, like she did not have any friends, but girls, they felt like talking to her, and there were a lot of girls who did talk to her. And what they did was, like when she was standing in the playground, in the schoolyard, watching the girls play hopscotch, they used to surround her, they used to come near her, and they used to talk to her also.